Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hello, I'm not trying to bug you, but did you listen to Overthrow React? Hey, sorry about that. I'm going to very soon. I'm going to try to remember after this stream. Don't worry about it. Keep reminding me. I know I should have already checked it out by now. Just keep reminding me. Do it right before I get off of here so I can remember. Sitting here drinking some coffee. So yeah, just remind me right when I get off if you're still on. Because I've been meaning to do that. Definitely been meaning to do that. Interesting chord. Someone said, can you do the bucketed 14 tuplet thing? I saw him live. What do you mean by that? Me and my buddy are trying to start a band together. Any suggestions how to start it? We both like metal. Just are you a guitar player? Or you have a drummer? Just get a drummer, guitar player, and bass player at minimum. And then you're gonna need to find a singer. So just depends. If you're instrumental, then you might not need a singer. So what kind of music are you doing as far as that goes? I mean, I know you said you're playing metal, but Idol, will you please do a solo of Highway Star in a slow mo, please? I don't actually know how to play Highway Star, but that's a really cool solo. It's like on the top 2 strings, like 11-note pattern. Oh, this kind of thing. Yeah, it's a real basic pattern. It's just basically like the Paul Gilbert exercise. Have you ever dealt with tendinitis? Not to my knowledge. I don't think so. That's why I subbed. Oh, it's for that Buckethead lick? That's cool, that's cool. What a long time ago that must have been. For some of the runs you do, is hybrid picking much needed, or can you do without? I mean, I could do without for sure, but it just makes it so much easier because your middle finger and all your other fingers are just right there waiting to be, you know, picked with an upstroke, but, you know, with hybrid picking, sort of like this. There's really no point I see in not doing it because it's just right there. Your finger's literally right there. So I just use hybrid picking just because it's a lot more efficient to do that, and it's just something I've gotten used to over the years. It's not something I intentionally wanted to do. It just sort of started happening as I started using more and more hybrid picking in my playing. It just became more and more, you know, consistent in my playing. I don't even really know why I started doing it so much, but it just happened, and I don't know. It seems worth it to me for most of the stuff that I do, especially like you know, descending fours. It's like it's just there. Your middle finger is there to you know, take the place of those upstrokes, causing all this extra motion. It's quite interesting. It's just there. You know what I mean? I see. I've been working on it, but it's just so difficult to get into and get out of the habit of tremolo picking everything. Well, that's interesting that you say that it's hard to do. It's actually designed to make everything much easier to do, because if I were to play that pattern like this without hyper picking, it would literally just be, which is fine, but with higher picking, it makes it so much easier. That was cool. Melodic minor scale is super sweet. Something I really like about your playing is when you connect diatonic scales and mix in arpeggios to get to other places on the neck. Any quick tips on that? So what do I do again? Something I really like about your playing is when you connect diatonic scales and mix in arpeggios to get to other places on the neck. Any quick tips on that? Yeah, diatonic shapes. I mean, all you got to do is sort of understand. So if we're in the key of D major, all you really have to figure out is all the shapes that fit in D major. That one would be E minor right there. D major. Yeah, D major, E minor, D major, A major, B minor. And focus on those shapes, and then you could obviously, add the 3 notes per string stuff too. You could go. Or you could add 3-string arpeggios as well. So yeah, that's a quick tip I would say. Just work on that kind of stuff. So has everyone been watching my shorts? Who's on here? Anyone who's been watching my shorts recently? Been posting a lot of them over the last couple weeks. Dude, you are from another planet. I just scrolled across you, but it's a cream dream. Oh, the guitar? I've gone back and watched a lot of the older ones as well. Oh, sweet, sweet. Yeah, those are a lot of good ones on there, too. There's been a lot of good ones I've posted over the years. I don't know if you can see the picking hand, but all that stuff has been made so much easier because of hybrid picking. Check this out. What is that maple neck called? Looks so awesome. So this is roasted flame maple. That would be roasted flame maple. It's a really good piece of it too. Do you have any warm-up routine exercises daily? I just pick up the guitar and, work on whatever, needs to be worked on. That's what I kind of approach it like. Hey, by the way, if anyone is interested in guitar lessons with me, all the information is in the link in the description. You can check out one of my lesson packs that's linked in the description. It's kind of like a collection of some of my favorite licks. A bunch of people who bought it really liked it. And if you're interested in one-on-one lessons with me, all you got to do is, contact the email that I provided. That's all linked in the description, of course. What do you think of the Ibanez gem? Is it worth it? I don't know much about that. How much is it? Well, I gotta go. Subscribe, dude. Awesome playing. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. If anyone who else is new here, hasn't subscribed, would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I'm getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers, so would appreciate it. What we hear now is sound straight from Marshall amp. Any other pedal? We're not playing through or I'm not playing through a Marshall amp right now. I'm just playing through a plugin from Polychrome DSP. And it's great. It's called the McRocklin Suite. $2,500? Interesting. I mean, it's probably worth it. I mean, if you like Steve Vai, it's a Steve Vai guitar, right? You're the best guitarist I've ever seen. Are you in a band? Thank you, thank you. No, I'm not in a band right now, but I'm working on some solo projects right now. And I should have some music released within the next, six or so months. So be on the lookout for that. What Fender is that? Custom shop? This is not a Fender. This is a Kiesel guitar. I'm a signed Kiesel's Kiesel Guitars artist. So check them out if you're interested in custom shop instruments. These are great. That's cool. And what's this in key? A C minor. There we go. That's cool. I like the sound of that in C minor. That sounds great. Kiesel, amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing instrument. That's really actually kind of tricky. Well, it's not really that tricky, kind of easy. Just gotta, practice it. Which country do you live, Mr. Fast Finger? I live in the United States of America, so I'm from the USA. And take that to C minor or C sharp minor. How is it compared to a standard US Strat? I mean, this is a custom shop instrument, and a standard US Strat is not a custom shop instrument. So, I mean, the difference in quality is pretty big, because when you're dealing with instruments that are, taking about 6 months to make, I mean, the quality is just night and day difference, in my opinion. And you get flame maple necks, all this cool stuff. So it's definitely a huge difference. And for the price, it's something you can't beat. You can't beat it. Which processor do you use now? I'm using right now a plugin from Polychrome DSP called the McRocklin Suite. And someone said, how many hours do you practice in a day? I mean, it just depends how much I'm teaching in a given day. I could be teaching, 5 hours, 6 hours in a day. So it just depends. On average, I'm playing about 5 to 12 hours worth of, guitar playing. Just depends on if I'm live streaming, teaching, filming, whatever. So anywhere from 5 to 12 hours a day. And if anyone is interested in guitar lessons with me, all you got to do is check the, link in the description for my lesson pack. And if you're interested in one-on-one lessons, there is an email you can contact. That's actually a great way of playing that, like Eddie Van Halen, Paul Gilbert style pattern. With hybrid picking, gotta go like this. Down, up, hammer on, middle, up, down, I think. That's tough right there. Actually, a little easier if you just skip this. Much easier to get that in the octaves this way. Get that ninth in there. You can do that with major too. That's really cool. So in a sequence, that would sound sort of like this. Really tough to actually get that down. It's actually easier if you skip that B string in general, because that is what kind of makes it a little bit tougher. So if you did that, it would just be like this. Much easier that way. But we're going to try it with that B string because it makes it a little bit cooler sounding. Jeez, it is hard. Oh my gosh. Super difficult. So when someone says, what do you practice? It's stuff like this. This is the kind of stuff I practice. Just like things that I can play, but that could use improvement, you know? So if I'm going to practice, I'm going to work on just the way of sequencing things so I can make it flow. So when you see me play things that flow really well, that's the kind of stuff I practice, making things flow nicely. Because it's easy to play things like individually isolated certain techniques, but once you end up, you know, making them into sequences, it can be a little bit, you know, or actually not a little bit, a lot more difficult. So let's run through some more of these questions. Brother, your talent is unreal. I can listen to you play. I can listen to you all day. Thank you. Still too fast. I'll catch the replay. Haha. Awesome playing, dude. Thank you. You have the smoothest picking ever. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll keep working on that. That is so tough, actually, to get that in a sequence. Actually, this would make it much easier. Hello. Hello, I write you from Switzerland. Is your guitar a Fender Stratocaster or Telecaster? Thanks for your answer and sorry for my English. Hey, your English is fine. This is actually a Kiesel Delos. And it's a Strat style guitar. So it's kind of like a Strat, but it's just like Kiesel's version of that sort of style guitar. Do you practice fast licks without gain, or gain is always on? I usually always have gain on just because that's how I'm usually playing. But yesterday, actually, I was kind of practicing with clean. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you have good technique, you have good technique. So it doesn't really, affect much if there's gain or no gain. Maybe it has a small impact, but not too much. What is the theory behind your legato sequences? Are they connected arpeggios or riffs from solos you liked? I mean, my legato technique is sort of inspired from Alan Holdsworth, actually, because I'm doing hammer-ons only. And I connect 3 notes per string, 4 notes per string, add some cool harmonies, and it's hammer-on only, so you want to get that sort of smooth sort of sound. So I do a lot of, hammer-on only legato. I have a Carvin JB, Carvin/Kiesel, so good. Yeah, oh, for sure. You seem to use a lot of legato rather than strict alternate picking every note. Is that a preference, or do you find it easier? Well, I never strictly alternate pick anything because I use a lot of hybrid picking in combination with economy picking. So even if I play, I do not actually use as much legato as you may think. So check out like a descending force kind of pattern. So that would not be legato necessarily. It's more legato. I'm not using legato to play fast. That's what I think I'm trying to explain here. Yeah, I don't use legato to play fast. It's not a means to play fast. It's more of a means to create this sort of smooth, like... It's more of a means to create a smooth sort of sound. And actually, the faster you go, I think it may not even sound super good. In my opinion, it's more focused on control and tone. Any favorite exotic licks? Yeah, I was probably playing some just now. I don't have any favorite, though. I mean, I like actually the sound of this blues scale, though. That kind of stuff. That's cool. There you go. Where are you from? What is your story? My apologies. I know you might have told this story a million times. So I'm from the, United States of America. My name's Straten Marshall. I'm literally named after a Fender Stratocaster guitar. So basically, guitar chose me. Well, not exactly. Well, if you're named after it, I guess you want to play guitar, right? So yeah, just a long-time guitar player. I've been playing since like 2008. So started back then and... never stopped. Been playing a long time, and yeah, that's my story. My name is Straten Marshall. I'm named after a Fender Stratocaster and a Marshall amp, and yeah, I just decided to take the guitar very, very seriously and become as good as I possibly could. And I enjoy every minute of it. Any advice on mixing blues pentatonic with harmonic minor? I mean, you just got to follow the blues chords, really. So if the chords call for it, then just use harmonic minor. Find the notes that fit in harmonic minor. So usually if you're at E minor, and there is like a dominant 7th chord, maybe you might run into B7. You're going to want to focus on that E flat or D sharp, I should say. that's maybe a context you might find yourself in. If you're playing over like a blues progression, there may be some chords that, you know, are like B7 that call for maybe a harmonic minor scale. Not necessarily a lot of it. Maybe a small section of the chord progression might have that, but overall, you want to be focusing more on the targeting the tones of the song. Maybe it's, you know, E7 sort of stuff, kind of things going on like that, like a typical blues progression. Maybe it's E7, A7, you know, B7. It could be something like that. Or I should say something like that. It might be beneficial for you to use harmonic minor once you get to B7. But there's obviously opportunities you might be able to use it for more stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just using an example like that as of now. But yeah, I'm sure there's more opportunities to use it, of course. How high is your guitar action? It's not really high. Looks like this. I don't know if that's a good angle, but that's what it looks like. Really good, well set up guitar. That way you can play all the fun, fast licks really easily. Stevie Ray Vaughan or Eric Clapton? I'm gonna have to go with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Uli John Roth or Michael Schenker? I'm gonna have to go with Uli John Roth. This is a great way to practice 3 notes per string. How to translate what you hear in your head into the guitar? You just gotta have good ear training, I think. If you can't do that yet, you're just not at the level of where you can do that. You just gotta be able to, you know, hear the scales, I feel like. Do you choke up on the pick when playing that fast stuff? And if so, how much is sticking out? You mean how do I hold the pick? I just hold it where it's at a flat angle, maybe a little bit downward, and then there's like that much room, probably. Maybe a little less, maybe like this. You can see that. And just... something like that. You got that thumb wiggle when you economy pick. I do that when I go for ascending, you know, economy picking. Or even 2-string arpeggios. Dunlop Alltech, yeah, it's a Dunlop Alltech Sharp 1.0. Favorite buckethead song? I don't really have one. I couldn't even tell you. I could not tell you. I'm your #1 true fan. Are you now? That's great, man. Thank you. That's a good way of getting some good speed. This pattern. Do you have a Fender guitar? This isn't a Fender guitar. This is a Kiesel guitar. It's cool, diminished selective picking idea here. How much do you pick when you alternate pick or economy pick? I mean, every note, or maybe most, like 99% every note. 99% of the notes. That's sick. Thank you. Nice, man. What's your favorite amp and pedal? I mean, I don't really have a favorite amp and pedal. Just like a Tube Screamer type pedal. And whatever, like Marshall style amp or Mesa Boogie, just whatever will work is what I will go with. I like fractal audio stuff actually a lot. I'm thinking about getting some of that. Do you have a guitar with a kill switch? Yeah, my Buckethead Signature Les Paul has a kill switch. It's a really cool guitar. I want to see you play a Canon Rock. I've never played that or actually learned it, I don't think. Or wait. That's that one. Actually, no, I have not actually learned that. Have you had any shoulder or back issues when playing in that guitar position? My right shoulder gets sore after an hour or so of playing in that way, so I usually play classical position on left leg. I have not had any problems with that. I have not, but I sometimes go classical, but you know, sometimes I just I mostly am not in this position, but if you need to do it, you need to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to have good posture for sure. I guess when I'm reading comments, I'm a little bit slightly more hunched over. But yeah, that Kiesel sound is sick. You count how much guitars you own? I have counted before. What's the first song you learned on the guitar? I learned Smells Like Teen Spirit. Can you do a Radiohead riff? I don't know any Radiohead. Actually, I really don't listen to them. You know any Megadeth? No, I don't. Ten through 46 string set. No, these are 8 through 38s. That's why you can get these bends so much easier. For how long have you been playing guitar? About 16 years. This August will be 16 years. Guthrie Govan mixed with Malmsteen. That's an interesting observation. Can you do any Uli John Roth? I know how to play the Sails of Sharon solo. It's a cool solo. Not that you need to, but do you ever finger tap? Yeah, I do. You should watch one of my shorts. I just actually posted one where I was doing some tapping. But here, I do some more. I do a lot of arpeggio stuff with. Well, not a lot, I would say, but a little bit. Like. All right, I'm about to head out. So if anyone is interested in one-on-one lessons with me, all you gotta do is check out the description. Check out the description of this live stream. There is an email that you can contact for one-on-one lessons. If anyone is interested in my lesson pack, that's also linked in the description. All you gotta do is click the link, check it out. A bunch of people bought it and a bunch of people liked it, so I don't see why you wouldn't like the collection of licks. But with that being said, I'll play one more lick, then I'm heading out. There we go. All right, everyone. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon. I will be back for another live stream soon. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Peace. Peace out.